Outrage and anger tonight after confidential information of thousands of Tennesseans living with HIV is compromised.
And now some wonder if the health department was trying to cover it up. News Channel 5's Chris Conti breaks this story for us tonight.
And Chris, officials have known about this for months.
Vicki, astonishingly, this problem was first discovered back in April, but it wasn't until today that the health department admitted that anything was wrong. Essentially, a database containing the HIV status of thousands of Tennesseans sat on a public server for months. And tonight, those who had their information compromised want answers.
People have been really scared of people that are living with HIV.
Josh Robbins has never chosen to shy away from his HIV status. He was first diagnosed in 2012.
The stigma of living with HIV is still pretty tough for people.
But until today, this 35-year-old had a reasonable expectation that the Metro Health Department would keep his HIV status private. Do you think your information was in this database?
Oh, absolutely.
Today, officials admitted that for the last 9 months, a file containing the HIV status of thousands of Tennesseans has sat on a public server at the health department. Only 3 doctors should have had access to the file. We've learned, though, hundreds of employees could have found it.
It's just unbelievable that this wasn't protected more.
With a very, very high degree of certainty, we know that the data was not accessed.
Deputy Director Dr. Sanmi Areola says the information, including patients' HIV status, social security numbers, even sexual orientation, never left the building. But he can't guarantee that.
We have taken steps to even ensure that we increase that security.
Dr. Areola also could not explain to us why it's taken 3 months for this data compromise to be made public. They've known about this since April. It's now July that we're finding out about it.
Right. The fact that they've known since April that this information was not protected and they have chosen not to inform the people is grossly negligent.
Josh has gotten no calls from the health department, no apology, no explanation as to why his most personal information wasn't kept private.
And I'm ready for someone at the health department to give a damn.
Here's the biggest concern from HIV advocates right now, that people won't get tested for fear their HIV status won't be protected. And we have learned tonight, guys, that this information goes back 35 years.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Astonishing.
This computer file, it wasn't just a typical file.
No, it's not like a typical Excel file. This is a file that only is compatible with a certain program that only 8 people have a license to. So it's not like it was floating around on the internet, but still a lot of questions tonight as to how this was just sitting on a public server for so long.
Right.
And you wonder why it took so long.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.